Hi, we are from Group 732. Are going to present about the movie review. The movie review that we we watched is the about the thriller movie, and the name of the movie is the Maze Runner. Before we going to further, we will introduce our members names. So, uh,
Hi,
okay.
my name is Intan Nur Hidayatul Syahira. My metric number is 193921.
Okay. Hello. My name is Muhammad Syahmi bin Wazir. My metric number is 191884. Okay, next.
Hi, my name is Siti Nofatin Atira bin Abdul Arif. My metric number is 194419.
Hi, my name is Abdullah Muhammad Abdurrahman Ibrahim Yusuf. My matric number is 186592.
Hi, my name is Siti Aisyah Binti Jahan and my metric number is 198449.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Shahidul Shadi bin Abdullah. My metric number is 202850.
Hi, my name is Vapul. My metric number is 200001.
Hi, my name is Lily and my mic number is 205127.
Hi, my name is Ho Shao Singh and my matrix number is 193484.
Is under the thriller movie. They have a lot of the moral value. Plot is one of the best movie that I watched. So, can Shami give any opinion?
Um, sorry, go on.
Okay. Okay, basically for me, the movie is quite good. It's very good enough for me actually. Although at first I feel like the movie is quite boring, but when it starts to reach the plot, the climax, okay, the movie starts to become better, become good because like you know what? Okay, as you can realize, all those people who are being put into the maze are actually are not involved with the maze, with the wicked company. They are just like a random people that being kidnapped and then just being put into the but when the last two person, which is Thomas and Teresa, when they are the one who been put into the maze, okay, this time become like a plot twist because you know what, Thomas and Teresa, they are working with the wicked company, right? So they are okay. So start from this point, okay, they have, the climax like become plot twist. Okay, so those who are being put right now in the maze is actually involved with the wicked company, involved with with the organization that put all these people into the maze. Okay, when they start to find out that Thomas and Teresa are involved with this thing, like they start to the other people start to become like rebel, and then they become like fighting each other, and that's when the climax occur. Okay, the movie start to become getting better, become more interest. So that's this is for me. And besides for me, I don't know why. But I like all the way of the casting their character, how they in character. But for me, I don't really like the way of Teresa acting. I don't know why. I feel like there's something lacking in her character. Like she's not really feel in the character. Basically, that is for me. What about others?
Okay. For my opinion, I agree with Shami because from the moment I think that's a lot of plot twist, and from the plot twist, it made the movie is more interesting and make us have a feeling to know what the next happen, what actually happened. So from the plot twist, it made movies really interesting. Is for me. So and one more thing from me, I like the movie is because the relationship and friendship. What I can say here is from Thomas. From the first, we can see the Thomas and Min Ho has her what means has a good relationship. Means Min Ho not to know much about Thomas, but he want to help Thomas to know what Thomas want to find in the maze happen. So and the other relationship I love is because from Ming Ho and LB be a runner and go to the maze for looking who are the person made them be like that. So from that we can see LB one of the person that get a sick. From that Thomas in the maze he tried to hug go to Minho and LB for get a help. So I think that a good relationship for us.
I
That
agree with you, and I will add on my thoughts as well. Because I think the best thing about this movie is you can see the change happen with each and every new character that they include or appears in the maze. Like we can see the power dynamic change when when he entered the maze at first, and then we can see also how his leadership skills outshined most of the pre-existing members in the maze, and how he managed to not be able to um, be hindered by past failures, even though it cost lives and people died through the outcomes of every adventure in order to get out of the maze. But the story was really interesting, and I think everyone remembers the story plots when they are when the part when they were trying to get out of the maze. But as far as the explanations afterwards on why they were there and who were they, and them regaining back their memories and their reasoning for being in the maze in the first place, those parts were honestly like unmemorable by like compared to the struggles and adventures that they went through in order to get out of the maze. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think?
sorry for that. I agree with Abdullah. So from your opinion, I think that's a good plot for beginnings. So it made us feeling to know what's next happen.
Okay, how about you? For me, I was quite, I am quite enjoying watching this movie because the first of all, when they are enter the maze, we can see that their feeling is like horror, is upset, and then they didn't know where is this place. Like they are upset, and then when they are but how we say but this process we can look at the process from their feelings, like their change of the feeling is first they are upset, and then they are try to not give up, and then they try hard to get out the maze. So I think this changes is the value part of this movie because it's quite uh, encourage encouraging for me, the changes, like we didn't give up whether we facing the problems, so that is what I feeling when I'm looking at the movie. Yeah, how about you, Intan?
Okay, as for me, I think this movie is very interesting because it also is from adaptation from the books, and for me, the movie itself is very uh, it has interesting idea, interesting plot that maybe from the beginning it's maybe like it's quite slow, but then uh, at the middle to the end. It seems very interesting for me. And this movie is full of suspense, thrill, and the actions. Though it's not that heavy, but I think it's cool to watch with your friends, or just to you know to enjoy this movie. Yeah. What about others?
Okay, I want to add some moral value. Uh, the one of the moral value that I found from the this movie is about the sacrifice. Uh, One of the scenes that I watched in this movie, when all of them who want to escape from the maze, uh, by one of the members sacrifice their life to who's eaten by the robot, to make the others member safe. That's all about the sacrifice. What about the others?
Uh, for me, the plot is compact and ups and downs. The whole film does not make me sleepy. There is unnecessary redundant description, and many plays are also very cleverly designed, such as the plot with the name engraved on the stone. Through the film, good and evil are very distinct, and in that way, the good part of human nature. Plus, the film Tom's is still relatively warm. The home film excels the brilliance and the power of justice without giving me any discomfort feelings such as anger or nothing. Well, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, for my opinion, I enjoy to watch the movie because it's fun, and when I see this movie, they always make me wonder what the next action he will be do. Mm. The mm, the moral that has get in this movie, I agree with Han and and Fatin. Yeah, sacrifice and friendship. From the scene, I remember when Minho carry out his friend. I forget the name. The mess want to close, but Minho still carry that friend, and the Thomas get in trouble to save the Minho. That the sacrifice and friendship that I have learned. How about others?
Okay, for me, I think Maze Runner is a good movie because in the first half an hour I can feel the thrilling and the fear of the unknown situation because we don't know what the maze is and why they are here in, and that from that I can feel a little fear and a little exciting about the unknown, and but I think at the end they didn't explain well about the whole situation, about the background information and why they are here and why what this test exactly for, and what are the breezers in the maze and why they are because like many people got stung by the breezers, but I don't understand why are they stung by that and what the stun is. And yeah, I think that's all. But I think from from how Maze Runner is a good movie.
Okay, from my opinion, yeah, some of you, I agree with some of you and not, yeah, but the plot, the climate is quite good and but the opening and the ending is quite, yeah, unexplainable. Um, but overall, we can see their moral value like Fatin and Sensei, like cooperation, teammates, and something like that. Um, um, Actually, I quite enjoyed, even though I annoyed with what Thomas curiosity that can lead them to danger, but actually it's quite good. It's better to take risk than you just sit there and watch, right? So that's actually I get from key. Yeah, that's made the movies quite better for the thriller and adventure genre like this. I guess the movie is quite good and interesting for me.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's the point that the movie want to say. Like you either stay here alive, but doing nothing, or you take the risk, and you find the opportunity.
Yeah, I agree with both of you because from the movie, we have learned many things, and I really agree with Aisha. Means like character of Thomas. Character from Thomas make us want to know and make us learn something that we need always thinking when we have a problem. We need always thinking the way how we solve the problem. So when something happen, we cannot just be a silent or just go on what the happen. So from the movie we can learn for our life. We just like something happen, we cannot just silent and go on. We need to solve the problem and we need to know what the next step for our life. So anyone to add?
Okay,
Yeah, for
about the
me,
last part, I don't really understand how Gary came out of nowhere with the gun and killed Chunk. I think that was too intentional to make the last scene more tragedy. So I don't really like that part because I don't find that logical.
Sing, you want to add?
yeah, for me, I quite agree with some of you guys, and then as we you guys mentioned just now, the value that uh we can learn from the movie, and then the plot twists and the very a lot of unexpected plots in this movie, and then my idea is also like the the opening is quite good, but the ending is not that good because there is a lot of curiosity for me. And then that's all I think. So since we are rush of time, so I think we have to conclude today's video. Anyone's have to add on, or we just uh, send back to Aiman to conclude the video. So,
Anyone to conclude? Anyone to add?
no,
If no, so I will conclude overall of the movie. So basically, this movie is quite good. So many moral value. So the plot is the quite best, quite good. And the one of the biggest moral value that we learn have said by Fatins. Uh, we must as we have, if we have the problem, we must we
Stop it.
must solve the problem. We must solve the problem. Don't be quick or slow,
Don't
or
give up
when
earlier. Yeah.
don't be give up and solve that, or solve the problem. And at the end of the this movie, uh we have the all many so many question, because this movie is the sequel movie. The answer of the curiosity and everything we can find at the next movie. So that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.